Greetings. Vijñāna-bhairava-tantra, verse 41. I'm doing this video a little ahead of schedule because I'm on the road about to lead a pilgrimage around the sacred land of Karnataka in South India. So I thought I'd give you guys this quick little video. I say quick and little because this verse, verse 41, is actually the easiest verse that we've encountered so far, both in terms of easy to understand and relatively easy to practice, and not much technique going on per se. So I'll give you the Sanskrit here in your chat window. Now this is another verse about sound and the void, the relationship of sound and the void. And here, the sound in question is the sound of a stringed instrument called a tantrī, a stringed instrument that existed 1,200, 1,300 years ago in India, and whose descendants are the tambura or tanpura, as well as the vīnā. So we don't know exactly what this instrument sounded like, but it probably sounded like the tanpura. Anyway, I'm getting ahead of myself. Let's read the Sanskrit of the verse together. Tantryādi-vādya-śabdeṣu. Sorry, let's start again. Tantryādi-vādya-śabdeṣu, dīrgheṣu krama-saṃsthiteḥ, ananya-cetāḥ, pratyante, para-vyoma-vapur bhavet. One more time. Tantryādi-vādya-śabdeṣu, dīrgheṣu krama-saṃsthiteḥ, ananya-cetāḥ, pratyante, para-vyoma-vapur bhavet. One whose heart-mind is completely focused on the prolonged sounds of a musical instrument, such as a tantrī, through the duration of the phases of their resonance. At the limit of the perceptible sound, one's beautiful form becomes like that of the formless, supreme void. Give you the translation. And I just did a post about this verse in the group. So let's go over a couple of the Sanskrit words that are worth pausing on. At the beginning of the second half of the verse, ananya-cetāḥ, which is a form of the word ananya-cetāḥ. So that means the heart mind, the cetas or chitti or chitta, not chitti, chitta or cheta, same thing, the heart mind. One whose heart mind is ananya, is completely focused, is undistracted, is single pointed, is not here and there, this, that, and the other. Ananya, it's totally focused. And we have 2 or 3 people in the group named Ananya. So one whose cetas, whose heart mind is completely focused on the prolonged sounds, the prolonged shabdas or sounds of a musical instrument, such as a tantrī, through the duration of the phases of its resonance, right? So you'll hear what that means in a moment when I play a little tanpura. At the limit of the perceptible sound, one's beautiful form becomes that of the formless shunya, or supreme void. Shunya, vyoma, same thing. It's just a synonym. So why did I say one's beautiful form? Well, because the Sanskrit word vapur or vapus is difficult to translate into English. We don't have an English word quite like this, where it means form or body, but it also has connotations of beauty. The word itself means something beautiful, but it also just means the form. So that's why I went with beautiful form. Becomes that of the para-vyoma, the parama-shunya, the maha-shunya, the great, spacious, open, still silent presence. Okay, so what do you do in this technique? Very simple. You absorb yourself completely in meditation on the sound of the tambura or tanpura or vīnā. And when it ends, when it comes to an end, you experience this dissolution into total, still, silent presence. Or not, as the case may be. But there's nothing else to do. You either experience it or you don't. So as a technique, it's incredibly simple. So what I recommend is that if you, let's say you have 10 minutes to meditate, put on a tambura or tanpura track from Spotify or YouTube, and position it so that it has the time left in the track that you want to meditate, 10 minutes, 5 minutes, 15 minutes, whatever. And be sure you have it set so that it doesn't automatically play another track after that. Super important. That would ruin the whole Yukti if you didn't do that. So for example, Eternal Tanpura on Spotify is an hour-long Tanpura in C, and it sounds like this. So there's a wave-like quality to it, a rising and falling. That's what the verse is referring to, the duration of the resonance, that you're following this rise and fall of the drone. It's not just a one-note constant drone. It's got a rhythm like an ocean wave, rising and falling gently, very gently. So you become ananya-cetāḥ, totally absorbed in this sound. And I'll chant the verse one more time with the tanpura playing. tantryādi-vādya-śabdeṣu, dīrgheṣu krama-saṃsthiteḥ, ananya-cetāḥ pratyante, para-vyoma-vapur bhavet. Om. So, of course, that was just a rehearsal. The subtle nuances of the tanpura sound much more beautiful if you play it yourself at home instead of me playing it through a computer. And you can really become immersed in that sound. It's so powerful. It's one of the most powerful supports for meditation in the auditory realm anyway, or in the sensual realm. So I invite you to give it a try yourself, where again you play it for 5 or 10 minutes and become really immersed in the sound. But please avoid going into a sleepy-like trance state. Instead, remain fully present, just absorb, let the mind dissolve into the sound of the tanpura, but instead of trancing out into a sleep-like state, be really present with it, but fully relaxed. That's the challenge. Can you be fully relaxed and fully present? Most people can be attentive and present and not fully relaxed, or fully relaxed but half asleep. And I'm inviting you to be fully relaxed and fully present. And then when the sound fades out, you can experience this profound stillness. Enjoy. Om. And as a postscript, a verbal footnote, you might have noticed that when I sang the verse, I sang the end of the second line, saṃsthiteḥ and saṃsthiteḥ. And in fact, we see both readings in the manuscripts, both versions, and both are fine. But I think in the published version, we do have actually krama-saṃsthiteḥ, which can also be pronounced saṃsthiteḥ, but it's not really relevant to the meaning, these variations. See you next time